Hi, this is Karen McNall, and I'm with inspiredbygraham.com. And today I'm going to bring you a home decor piece. This is my first home decor piece, and I was in not my local Dollar Tree, but another Dollar Tree. Whenever I find a Dollar Tree, I just have to go in there and see what they have. And I found these really nice Thanksgiving candles. So all of them have a different sentiment on them. This one just says leaves falling, autumn calling. This is the same one here. And also this one just says hello, autumn. And the other one says leaves, crisp, flannel, friends, bountiful blessings, thanks. So I thought these would make a great home decor piece, and I've embellished them and wrapped them up into a little package so I can give these to people that are coming to our Thanksgiving dinner in November. So you can also sell these at local craft fairs or give them as coworker gifts as well around the Thanksgiving holiday. So I'm going to show you what I did to create the embellishment and how I packaged them. So let's get started. First, about the candles. They were $1 from the Dollar Tree, and on the bottom of them you'll find the scent that they come in. So they're not all the same. This one is vanilla chai. Let's see, this one is linen or luxe linen, and then the other one was, let's see, white birch. I thought it was kind of fun name to a scent. So I'm going to do the leaves falling, autumn calling candle. So I'll put these aside. And so I'll show you how I did this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that when you're working with it and you're going to display it in your bag, that the sentiment is on the front. Okay, so, and also what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that this piece, it comes right off. It's just a little circle here. It's the Rose Collection is the name of the candle. And I just want to make sure that it was sitting properly on the top of the candle. So what I do is I just get it in place and I press it down. And once you press it down, it seems to stay in place. So that's the prep on that candle. What you're also going to need is a 2x4 piece of cardstock. This is a retired chocolate chip Stampin' Up cardstock. I've got plenty of retired cardstock, so I like to use those in my craft projects. Also, you'll need a stamp set for your sentiment, and I chose the Stampin' Up Country Home. This is new in the holiday catalog. Awesome catalog. If you do need one, please shoot me an email at inspiredbygraham@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send one your way. So we are going to be using So Grateful for Someone Like You in my life. We're also going to use some ribbon and some embellishments as well. So the first thing, let's get the stamping done so we can get that out of the way. I've got my piercing mat because we'll be working with photopolymer. I've got, ahead of time, what I did was die cut a layering circle and a stitch circle, and these are the framelits I used. I've got my block and my sentiment, and I'm using Cajun Craze ink. And what we're going to do is we're just going to simply ink this up. And I'm just going to stamp right down in the middle. And what I'm doing is I'm leaving a room down here for my embellishment and a room up here so I can punch out a small circle. The next step we're going to do is we're just going to adhere with my snail the stitch circle to the scallop layering circle, and it's just a little bit of Cajun Craze that comes through, and I just like to rub on the back side so I don't transfer. You can see I've got Cajun Craze ink on my hand, so I didn't want to transfer that onto the Whisper White cardstock. So we've got this all set. So now what we need to do is we need to prep the maple leaves. So I also found these at I think it was the Dollar Tree. I've had these forever. I've got a box of all kinds of autumn embellishments. So what I would like to do is I wanted to use maple leaves. So I started with a green one, kind of how the seasons go, especially here in Vermont. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer them all up like this. So if you find that you have, I've cut these off like probably last year, and I don't want this little piece of stem here, I have some wire cutters. Your scissors will probably work as well, but I don't like to dull them, so I just use wire cutters. And I just trim it down a little bit. I just have a little bit showing, and that's just fine. So the next thing we want to do is take our 1/8 of an inch circle punch. Now you could use a bigger one if you wanted to. It just all depends on how big you want that hole to be. And I'm just going to punch a hole into that leaf. All right, and I'm going to do it on the other two as well. And just slide that hole punch in there, and it creates that hole right there. And the last one. Okay, so we've got those done, and now what we want to do is we want to create the hole in our tag, and I'm just going to punch it through those 2 layers of cardstock. So we've got that all set. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to be using this black shimmer ribbon. This is gorgeous. I'm not sure if you can see the glitter on the ribbon, but it's on both sides. And make sure, I keep this on the spool, so I don't cut it off yet. Make sure that your ribbon is cut at an angle. And we're going to work basically top to bottom. Okay, so we are going to go like this. So I'm working this way. So that's my first layer, is the tag. Okay, then the next layer is going to be my smallest leaf, the one I want on the top. And I like to make, pretty much it's the brightest leaf in the collection that I'm using, and I'm using 3, and then a medium size leaf. And you notice my ribbon's fraying, but that's okay because we'll trim it down. And finally that leaf that is green, which most of them are right now, but some trees in Vermont are changing, and this is my favorite time of the year. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to get this to layer nicely, and we want our leaves to go in, you know, we don't want them all messy. So basically I get the one that's on the bottom flat, then the next one, I've got to get this point over here on that leaf, and then finally the third one, and then I'm going to pull this ribbon through to where I think I have enough to work with. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I actually need a little bit more, because we're going to create a bow, and I'm not very good at creating bows. So I'm just going to knot this, just so that and the reason why I do this is I want this to all stay in place, and I find that if I don't, then the leaves move around. Okay, so we've got this prepped. Okay, now we've got that prepped. The last thing we want to do is add the embellishments here. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Up! Piercing tool, and these are the faceted dots. They come in three different colors. I'm going to use a large one, let's see, right here in the middle, and then I'm just going to use the medium size ones, and I'm just going to put one over here and one over here. So that just creates a nice little embellishment. All right, so we're done with those. Now what we're going to do, we're going to set the tag aside. I don't remove the ribbon, it's all still secure. We're going to get the bag ready. So again, this is a 2x4 inch piece of cardstock. I have these bags. These are 4 inches by 9. I purchased them in the bakery section at my local Walmart store. And I'm just going to slide this in, and I find that adding this piece of cardstock creates stability for the display of the candle. Because I tried it both ways, and I just found that adding this piece of cardstock really does help it out. All right, so we've got that set. Now we're going to place our candle in the bag. Carefully, we don't want to break it. Okay. All right, so I've got the candle in there. Now the next thing you want to do is make sure that that sentiment, that beautiful gold embossed sentiment, is in the front. And now I've got this Decorative Shred, and I chose brown. And this comes in all different colors. And I bought this at the Dollar Tree too. So what I like to do is just put some on the left side, and some will fall in the middle on top of the candle, and that's okay because it kind of just adds to the decorative, nice look to the candle this way. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw those in there, get them off my desk. Okay, here's some more. They just fall everywhere. All right, so we've got those in there. And now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to put some more on the side there and get those out of there because I want to see that top of that candle. Okay, so now we're going to tie that tag onto the bag. And again, we want to make sure that that sentiment is on the front. So I'm going to bring in the ribbon here, our tag. And what I'm going to do is, hopefully I'm on camera. Sorry if I think I was totally off. Sorry about that. I'm just going to wrap it around and I'm going to just knot it in the back. Pull it tight. And now I'm just going to take a look at it just to make sure it's where I want it to be. And you're going to swing this around. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, actually, how am I going to do this? I think that what I'll do is, because I want another knot on the front. It's kind of bulky. So you got to really, really pull that tight. And I'm just going to slip another knot through here and pull it tight. And now I'm going to try to make a bow. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that through and fuss with it a little bit. And I love this ribbon because it's so glittery and fun and very festive. All right, so I want to make sure my bow, I don't want the bow to be like overpowering the whole embellishment. So I think that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to find my ribbon scissors here and I'm just going to cut this off. This is the frayed side. And then I'm going to cut this off over here. And then we should be good to go. So that is your candle. And we'll just push this down a little bit. So I thought this would look really cute on our Thanksgiving table, or you could sell this as a craft fair item. And if I sell this, I think I might sell it. I gotta decide if I will or not, but pricing wise, I think I probably have about $1.50 into this project. So I'm probably gonna try to sell this for $4 or maybe 2 for $6. I'm not really sure yet. I got to think about it. But anyway, I thought you would enjoy this project. My first home decor piece. And here's another one I created with some retired Stampin' Up! Punches. And these are the gold faceted dots. So if you would like to purchase anything from my online store, you can reach me at inspiredbygraham.com. Thanks for watching.